I'm much more positive about it now. I think I just needed to get the initial salt out of my system. Off the top of my head, Byleth looks more like they'd be better in doubles than singles and or casual play, but it's still kind of hard to say, you know? We also have confirmation on the next patch. Next patch / Byleth. 12 days, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary folk. Marth number 8. I'm just glad we didn't have yet another exact same as all the other Fire Emblem characters type of character. I was definitely worried that they were just gonna be way too similar to that, but that didn't end up being the case. Yeah, I think that's one of the main things I'm worried about Aerie is, what if, sure they're technically, you know, a sword, bow, axe, and lance character, but what if their moves functionally just play like a sword character? If that ends up being the case, I'm gonna be really disappointed, but it kind of looks like that's not going to be the case right now, so that makes me feel a lot better. I messed up. Falcon definitely loses to Sonic, Cindo. It's not unwinnable, but it's definitely solidly Sonic's favor. But then again, that's like almost all the Falcon's matchups is... if they're a relevant character, he probably loses. But at least only 2 of them are bad. Like, particularly bad. All the rest, he loses, but they're very winnable. So you can definitely put in work. But it definitely requires that you know your matchups because you can't afford not to. Got him. Love reading jumps. It's so satisfying. Never will not be. I lean towards not particularly Wig X, but I mean, character's not out yet. It's way too early to say anything for sure. They just don't outwardly seem crazy, aside from range. And range by itself is not necessarily that great. Anti-heroes definitely look like they have pretty absurd range, but it looks like they're going to be a character that frequently has to read what you're going to do, because of just how slow they are. Mobility is 99% of the time far more valuable than just raw range is. So if they don't really have a way of like really controlling space effectively, then they're probably gonna be a very read-driven character. I was pretty disappointed at first 7 Onyo, but I'm not really salty anymore. I think I just needed to get it out of my system. Yeah, Dark Strike. Yeah. I doubt anything like that is gonna change, but we'll see. I mostly just hope that they do some more meaningful universal changes, like maybe reduce the input delay a little bit, maybe make the reward for parrying a little bit higher. Like if they were increase the parry reward window from 3 frames to 5, blessed. As someone who liked 3 Houses, I'm still disappointed just because I was hoping we were getting all third-party characters. Plus, we already kind of have a lot of Fire Emblem, but... I mean, they arguably deserve it more than almost any other Fire Emblem characters, so... like, 3 Houses might actually be the most successful Fire Emblem game overall. I feel like in a vacuum, it's pretty well deserved. I just wish it wasn't next to a whole bunch of third-party characters, because then that made it seem like we were gonna get something really new, and then We still technically got a new character, just... Whoa, that tech! That was insane. Yeah, not gonna lie, Husky. I think Byleth is a pretty bad name for a character. And I say this as someone who really enjoyed Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yep, that'll do it. Having another Pokemon trainer would actually be cool. I would actually be down for that. That'd be a cool way of promoting Pokemon Sword and Shield and giving us a riff on Pokemon Trainer. And of course, some people have memed of, what if, now that we're getting Landorus back in Pokemon, what if Landorus got in Smash? And it could Stealth Rock. That might be a little too cursed. When you respawn, you take damage from Stealth Rock. Not really, Pirate, but now that my salt is over, I can be a little excited for those who are happy about it. In a lot of ways, they're arguably more deserving of being in the game than maybe all the Fire Emblem characters except for Marth and I guess Ike. Because they're in only one game, but it's maybe the most successful Fire Emblem game. Huge critical success. And it took off in pop culture too, so... Like, I feel like Byleth deserves to get in. I just wish there weren't already so many. They look like the kind of character that you could have easily seen being in the game at launch, except, you know, Three Houses wasn't out by then. I'm really happy with the Joker, Terry, and Banjo. I don't have any nostalgia for Dragon Quest, but I'm still happy that he made it in. I doubt it, Huerta Ninja. That looks like a character that Falcon would beat, personally. Falcon tends to beat up on the characters who are really slow. Same, Von Gene. If we get the Chief, I'm going ham. I've been really wanting a third character, so even if I didn't end up using him in singles, there's my last Squad Strike character. Problem solved. Not Ganon. Ganon's never going anywhere, Zelda. Like, right now, Falcon and Ganon have been doing great, but no third character... I just haven't felt comfortable with the third character. I think they look fairly well designed, Robert. I wasn't happy at first, but I've accepted it. Oh, baby. Not really, Murphyong. I tried it for a little bit, but I didn't feel it for very long. I don't really like the way his neutral feels. It just doesn't feel me. That's the problem with me, though, is that the only characters that I feel like are super me right now are Falcon and Ganon. A mid tier and a bottom tier. But hey, maybe they'll buff Ganon in the next patch and then he'll be able to be good enough to be a decent secondary. We can hope, right? And frankly, it's not entirely impossible. Character has been hasn't been performing well, so maybe, just maybe, they'll do that. I don't know, it's just Chrom and Roy. I don't enjoy their offstage game. I like really being able to go offstage against people. It's another reason I don't think I would like Byleth. Does not look like a character you really chase people with. And for me, I play this game like a hunter. If I can't chase my prey... Nope. They actually don't necessarily need to be a manly character. I do like manly characters in general, but one character I was really interested in playing at the beginning of this game was, funnily enough, Jigglypuff. I just didn't like the way she is in this game compared to Smash 4. Even though she's better, I just preferred the way Smash 4 Jigglypuff felt. I was initially super upset about, well, not super upset, but super disappointed about the announcement. But the more I think about it and the more I've had time to settle, the more sense it makes. And it does open up some new possibilities, but I still wish we had a new franchise instead of yet another Fire Emblem character, but whatever. Yeah, can you imagine how people would react if there wasn't any more DLC Pupusa? Jesus.